Hello and thank you for watching. This is Blue Streak TF here with Transformers Combiner Wars Sunstreaker. And here we have Sunstreaker in his car mode, where he's just a retool and repaint of Breakdown, which unfortunately I don't have to show you guys, but he looks really cool. He's just kind of the slick yellow sports car. Not my favorite Combiner Wars mold, but he's certainly a pretty good one. When you come up here, you have some silver headlights there. It looks pretty cool. Autobot logo that's sort of fading into the plastic. You have that black bumper, and the black stripe which just continues all the way down the back. You've got some detailing on here with that red. You got some groove detailing on here. It looks pretty cool. A gray spoiler. You got the back on there, and then nice silver rims on here. He does roll pretty well, ish. And then you got that metallic blue windshield, which looks really cool. There's bottom, which I don't display facing up. I display that facing up. So he looks pretty cool. So accessories wise, he comes with this blaster, which doubles as a sword in robot mode. You can see here with that. But yeah, it's very nice detailing on here. It looks very cool. Yeah, it's really neat. Really neat. Nice silver paint. Looks very cool. He does plug on to the top there, or it can plug onto the back, which just looks kind of weird. And then he does also come with his hand-foot accessory piece, which is supposed to look like his G1 backpack cannon, and it looks awesome. You got some nice engine detailing on there, giant air scoops on it, nice silver paint. It looks very cool. So to integrate this into the car mode, you can either just pop that on top and it looks really weird, or you can take this, fold that down, take that peg there and this slot here, and you just peg that in like that, and then you got these two little tabs which will go into those two little slots there and there. So you just snap that in, and then there you've got your big engine-ified Sunstreaker, which this is how I usually display him in car mode. I think it looks pretty cool. It's pretty geo-inaccurate that way, or more geo-inaccurate that way, I guess. Yeah, we'll do a quick comparison here in the alt mode with the team so far. So we got Mirage and Ironhide next to Sunstreaker there. Again, scaling doesn't work very well because Transformers has never been real great with scale. That's okay, they're toys. Not meant to be like life-size models or exact scale replicas. Anyway, so transform this guy. What you want to do first is you want to take this and just pop it up. It's tabbed right in there. Fold that back. Take this whole top section, front section, fold that back. So now it's just chopped off. It's just chopped off. Chop. Anyway, then you want to come here and you just spread these sections here, and they will untab, and then they will bring out on a double hinge in there. And then it's the point where you spread the legs. This bit's a little confusing. So you got, this will just kind of slide up, and then this will just friction in right there, like that. Don't know how well you can see that, because he's got a leg in the way. You just take that, and it just presses in. Then you want to rotate the heel from the spoiler, and then the foot up from the bottom of the car. Just do that on both sides. You want to take this section, and you just spread it out like that. And then I'm gonna come here to the shoulders, and you just pop those up one thooping point, and then you would take this and take this whole section here, extend that outward, and then this gray piece will just sit flat, and you want to take this hinge here and rotate that down like that, and then that will all rest over this, and then this will take those two slots and those two tabs there, snap into place, and then you want to take his shoulders and just bring them up, and that will also help keep that in place. And then you just take his arms, hold them down like that, take his head and you rotate it around, and there's Sunstreaker in his robot mode, which is kind of hard to stand looking up at the camera, so I'm just gonna like that. And yeah, that's Sunstreaker in his robot mode. So then, yeah, just raise this up a bit again. Now, come in here for some of the detailing. Focus, please. Focus, focus. No? Okay, bring him out a little bit to look at the detailing. He's a very nice face sculpt. Very G1-fied with the big ears on there, which are painted quite nicely. He's got some dark blue for the eyes, silver paint on his face. Just looks pretty cool. Then he's got some really nice detailing on his chest with that sort of metallic blue continuing down there. Little Alibaba logo. And just some regular detailing, some red here on his shoulders. That really pops, it looks cool. Got some detailing here, which looks very nice. And you got sort of like this metallic-y black down there. It looks pretty cool. It does have some hollowness going on in his legs. And then it just has the standard combiner backpack, which is pretty hollow. We can fix that, can't we, Sunstreaker? Yeah, we can. Okay. So then, to fix that, you just want to take this, and it's got two ways of pegging it. One, got this tab here, which can peg right into there, and that fills that out kind of nice. You get some of that detailing up front here, but around the back, you don't really get any if you want to display your toys in the back. So if you want to, you got these two little grooves in there. Please focus, camera, thank you. So you got those two little grooves in there. And then when you bring it back out, focus your camera again. And those will just slide onto these, just like that. And if you're paying attention, you'll have folded that out already. And just you annoy yourself with this not working for the camera. There we go. And then you got that. And it's still crooked. Give me a second while I fix this. There we go. All right, now it's on. There we go. There's Sunstreaker. He's robot mode. Looks cool. He's a robot in disguise. Don't tell anyone. He's supposed to be disguising. Not very disguisable. It doesn't stand super great. That is one of the issues I do have with this mold, is that he just doesn't stand. Especially with that big old backpack of his. I guess we can just rotate his arms forward and give him his blaster to kind of balance him out a little bit. Alright, what is wrong with you? Why won't you stand? Okay. There's Sunstreaker in his robot mode. And now we'll zoom out for just a second so that we can bring in a couple of his buddies. There is Ironhide, there is Mirage, and that is how they scale. I think that just about wraps it up for this video. So, if you like this video, please be sure to comment or leave a like. And then, if you want to subscribe, you can do that. Hit the notifications bell so you'll get notified whenever I come out with a new video. Please remember that Jesus loves you, and He will forgive any mistakes you've made, including forgetting to talk about the articulation on your figures, which I'm going to do now. Real quick, rapid fire, we're trying to wrap this up. Okay, his head wiggles side to side, looks up and down, rotates around, you know, it's on a ball joint. Shoulders are also on a ball joint, they rotate around, they rotate up, they have this sort of wiggle waggle motion to it. You got two, you know, double jointed elbows there, like that, and this is on a ball joint, so you get some rotation there. Nothing at the wrist, unfortunately. You get halfway, a little over halfway waist rotation on that figure. His legs kick forward, about like that. They kick back, about like that. They kick out, about there. You have a thigh rotation, have a good knee bend. His toes flip up, his heel flips up, so that he can just not stand on you. All right, that's it for this video. I promise. So yeah, just remember, Jesus loves you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, and maybe this guy will stand.